one of the things that you need to be able to work with is calculating magnification. When we are working with our compound light microscopes, you have the two different lenses. You have an eyepiece and you have an objective, and you have to figure out how much you're actually magnifying the object that you're looking at in the microscope. It's called the total magnification. And when you're working with the lenses, total magnification is your eyepiece times your objective. All right? So for our microscopes, our eyepiece is 10x. So 10x, 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 10x. That's what it always is. Our objectives are 4x for the low power, 10x for medium, 40x for high, and then when you get to biology in the 9th grade, you're going to have a 100x for the highest. All right, and so you multiply your eyepiece, 10, times your objective, 4, and so your low power total magnification is 10 times 4. All right, so y'all fill in these numbers. All right, this is just for you to practice with. If this is your eyepiece and this is your objective, what would it be? Notice I've changed some numbers up. Remember, it doesn't matter what the numbers are. Just multiply them. Now, the one that's a little bit harder to work with is the actual size of the object. You can know how big an object is and figure out how big it will look, okay, by knowing how much you're magnifying it. Or if you know how big it does look and you know how much you magnified it because you know what lenses you're using, you can figure out how big the object really is in real life. We call that appears, what it looks like using the microscope, and actual, how big is that object in real life. And to find the total magnification, is total magnification equals appears divided by actual. All right? And so when you're solving a word problem, basically, for this formula, you have total magnification, appears, and actual. Those are your 3 parts of your formula. You always start, your first step, no matter what, is to find total magnification. And you will always have enough information to find total magnification. Whether you have your eyepiece in your ocular, and you can find total magnification that big, that way, or if you have how big the thing is and how big it's going to look for appears and actual. All right. So for this one, we know that the circle measures 0.5. The eyepiece is 3x, the objective is 10. All right, total magnification. Eyepiece times objective, 3 times 10. So what's my total magnification? Now I have my total magnification. And I know how big the circle really is. So I have a total magnification and I have an actual. So that's where you have to flip this formula around. Now, let me show you a trick. Give me a second to carry you somewhere else. And bear with me. I gotta change some things around. All right. I'm going to teach you a little trick for manipulating formulas. It's called using a triangle. You have 3 parts to your formula. And so you draw a triangle, and you're going to use this triangle and put in your formula. All right, for the lenses, it's eyepiece times objective. Well, that's written side by side. A multiplication is side by side. You know how that looks when you're doing a formula in math. So your eyepiece and your objective lens are side by side because they multiply, and that leaves total magnification. All right? For your object, your appears is divided by your actual. Remember, if you are doing an equation in math, whatever's written on top gets divided by what's on the bottom. And then you put your total magnification in the blank. Now how this works, and this is the neat part, you never have to manipulate that formula. What you're going to do is cover up what you're solving for. So if you need to solve for total magnification, cover it up. And it's eyepiece times objective. Or if you're solving for the size of the object for total magnification, cover it up. It's appears divided by actual. Well, in that last one, you knew how big the object was, 0.5. You know how much your total magnification is, 30x. So you have total magnification and actual. You want to know how big it's going to look. Cover up appears. And there's your formula, total magnification times actual. So cover up what you're trying to solve for. All right? Use that triangle method anytime you're solving a formula. Build your triangle, and then you cover up what you're looking for. And gone are the days of cross multiplying or cross dividing or moving x to the other side or all that stuff. There it is. Cover up what you're looking for. One over the other is division. Side by side is multiplication. All right, I hope that helps, and we'll be working through these, and you'll be able to ask questions from that worksheet, and so we'll get through it.